Why do you look like Peter Parker? Because I am Peter Parker. Then why are you dead? And why is your hair different? And why are you older? And why is your body a different shape? Welcome to the Pixel Pop Movie Podcast. I am your host, Toby. With me this episode, I'm joined by the swings from tall buildings by sticky strands of goop, Lucas.
You know it.
I was kind of vague on what the goop was, though.
No comment.
And the clearly from another dimension because his atoms are freaking out, Ethan.
Hey, I like that one.
Yeah, a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks and a lot has happened, most of which has happened out of a Disney boardroom meeting, and so that will be our topic of conversation for this episode because there's just so much news, so much hype, so much excitement, so much to talk about, and of course Disney's a very broad umbrella now, so it's not just Marvel stuff we've got to talk about. There's Star Wars, there's Indiana Jones, there's all kinds of stuff, not to mention what they're doing with Fox and what they're doing with this and that. Lots to talk about, so we're going to get into that a bit later. Outside of that, of course, we've still got trailers and news, and we've probably caught up with a couple of things over the Christmas break. We haven't watched Wonder Woman yet, but that's probably not too bad because by the time you're listening to this, Wonder Woman's only just hit cinemas, so it makes sense, I think, to leave our review till the next episode. But we'll get into all that a little bit later. Let's start with some news and trailers. Please take us away, Ethan.
Biggest bit of news for us, anyway, is that Alfred Molina is returning as Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 3.
Sure is. Locked in. Confirmed 110%.
Yep.
It's beautiful, baby.
All aboard the hype train. Toot, toot, toot.
Hells yeah, this is going to be... I'm hearing a few people starting to say, and I'm trying to hold faith, though, that this movie could just get a little too busy. And that's a bit of a concern for them.
But from what I've heard is that a lot of these extra ones are only third act.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not huge things, but they all have a moment to shine sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. It sounds like it's going to be an end game kind of thing where the main stories of the meat of the story is going to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man and his journey, but then it's going to lead to this big confrontation at the end. It's going to have essentially all the villains and all the Spider-Mans, and basically that's where a lot of these cameos are coming from, like the Alfred Molina and the Jamie Foxx and all that type of stuff. It's just it's all going to be third act stuff. So
anyway,
I'm moving on to a bit of news that's been taken down. That was Charlie Cox returning as Matt Murdock in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, so this is what this got then sort of... Because I noticed the original article went up and then it got 404'd real quickly.
Yep. Yeah, it's not there now.
So I don't know if that's adding fuel to the fire, that this is legit. And
it's Empire. And Empire's
pretty solid. Yeah.
Pretty solid, yeah. They're not ones to just go, speculation.
Yeah, so Empire published this and then every other news outlet kind of picked up on it. But yes, the original article has been removed. So I wonder if they either... information was given to them to prove that source was false, or if they were given a letter to say, Disney said, please don't. I don't know. Yeah. But if true, it's enormous. I mean, it's just as huge as having Maguire and Garfield.
100%.
Because
even if it's just for one scene, it's still big.
Yeah, because it then validates the entire Netflix Defenders cast, and shows. It validates every bit of it.
Yeah.
Because the movie's never acknowledged the Netflix shows ever.
Unless they go the other way with it and they soft reboot the characters in.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
There was a report going around a while ago that basically Charlie Cox, Kristen Ritter, and
John
Bernthal and Vincent D'Onofrio were all being eyed to reprise their characters, but Mike Coulter and Finn Jones weren't.
Right.
But that was a couple of months ago, and then that kind of that kind of came out, and then this one about Charlie Cox coming back as Matt Murdock in the Spider-Man movie kind of seemed to validate that report.
Yeah.
At this point in time, kind of anything's possible.
It really is. You have to wait till this time next year.
Well, especially with the idea of the multiverse and the fact that we're getting characters like Moon Knight and this kind of really starting to get into the obscure side of the MC or into Marvel Comics. So
yeah.
Next, we have Rachel McAdams is returning for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep. This is
Deadline reported on that.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, there were reports saying she wasn't coming back, but no, she was.
Yeah.
So she
It's
is.
Marvel. You're coming back.
Yeah. Next we have Lady Sif is returning for Thor: Love and Thunder,
Yeah, this is good.
reported
'Cause
by Deadline.
she's been hiding for a while, so this is good.
Yeah.
Tell you
And
what, Thor: Love and Thunder film, like they're really starting to kind of get into the in all the casting. I'm sure you're about to bring it up, Ethan, but
oh no, we're
Yeah,
going to leave that for the talk at the end because it
Mhm,
was revealed.
mhm, Yep.
oh, okay, yeah, cool.
And she is also said to have a guest spot appearance in the Loki TV show.
That makes sense.
Should be interesting. Dune director Denis Villeneuve
Villeneuve, yeah.
has blasted HBO
Yep.
over their deal.
Yep, same as
To release
Nolan
everything.
now. Yep, and he's
Yeah.
actually gone on to say too that this may impact the franchise, and
Yep.
so it may have a bearing on because the Dune that he's filming, of course, is meant to be two films. That the film that we're getting to begin with is only the first half of the book, and he's sort of implied that this may impact that second film, which would be sad, but I understand kind of where he's coming from. So
But apparently, Warner Bros. And that are possibly going to take Dune off of that
right,
and just leave it as a theatrical one for next year. I did see it the other day that said that.
yeah.
Well, more into Warner Brothers, the Mortal Kombat movie has a new release date of April 16th, 2021.
Mortal Kombat.
We'll get a trailer for that next year, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was about to say the guy who's the lead producer on it confirmed. Like they dropped the announcement of the release date, he said that there was unfortunately not going to be a trailer until next year. So whether or not that means they're going to drop one on January 1st, or they're going to wait a little while and that. But yeah, at least this is a good sign. At least that this movie's coming out. I'm really excited for it.
Chris Pine is going to star in a Dungeons and Dragons movie for Paramount.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Chris Pine fan. I don't dislike him, but I'm not a massive fan.
There's no real role I can point to his that I didn't like.
The Greater Princess Diaries 2. Great in that.
What's that?
Oh, movie with Anne Hathaway.
He's
Wait, was
right.
he in that?
Yeah, it was in the second one. He was the prince that they were trying that they're trying to pair up with Anne Hathaway.
Oh, God, I didn't
Ethan's,
even
well, see,
remember.
Ethan's a big fan of Princess Diaries, so
It's fucking
Yeah,
great. Julie Andrews. What could you want?
Yeah, Anne Hathaway. Come on, Toby.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take
It's
Anne
good.
Hathaway, but Julie Andrews can go fuck off in a hole.
What?
Julie
Oi,
Andrews
oi,
is great.
oi,
Like
oi,
you
oi,
fucking
oi.
shut your mouth,
Mate,
you
the hills
fuck.
are closed. All right, get the fuck out.
Shut your whore mouth.
Jackass 4 has been pushed back till September 3rd, 2021 due to COVID and also incidents that have happened on set where people have been hospitalized.
What I don't understand is why is this even a movie when you could just go to YouTube and type in, dickhead hurts himself?
Because you get the whole cast back -1, so why not?
Yeah, they talked for a while after Dunn passed away that they were going to make a fourth one. It was going to be a tribute film to him, but it never kind of happened. Like no one could ever get on the same schedule. And then I think when COVID started happening, they all kind of like started freaking out. And then there's also the whole other story with like Ben Margera and what's going on with him, and that's going to be a long story that I don't want to get into. But it could also be trying to help Bam out. I think it's just all timing that now is the time to do that movie.
We have a trailer for Savage, which Toby put in, which I think is already out.
It's
I think it's out in New Zealand.
might be in New
and maybe
Zealand,
Australia,
yeah.
but
This-
in America it isn't out.
Did you watch this trailer at all?
I saw it ages back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this looks. I mean, I think this has got the ability to have the impact that Once Were Warriors had, in so much that this is putting a spotlight on sort of boys that hit the orphanages and foster care system in New Zealand, and then sort of get bumped around and go nowhere and end up joining these gangs, which obviously New Zealand still does have some gang problems there, and it's really putting a light on that. And I hope it's able to sort of have that kind of meaningful impact. It does look very savage too. Like it's definitely a violent film. But yeah, I'm really keen to see this. So if it's out, I'll go find out where it's out and hunt it down.
And it looks very accurate to gangs in New Zealand too.
Yeah, and at the same time, I don't think it's trying to glorify it. Like Once Were Warriors
Not
never
at all,
tried
no.
to glorify its violence. It just tried to shock you with a sort of a dose of reality. And it's clear just from the trailer that the guy's pretty, he's got a lot on his mind. Like he's sort of more here because of what life threw at him rather than his choices, I think. So, Yeah, it should also be a really good sort of film about morality and things like that. So yeah, definitely going to hunt it down.
Next we have the Lizzie McGuire revival is not moving forward at Disney Plus.
Good, fuck off.
All right, we'll leave that one there. Jeremy Bulloch, who originally was the original Boba Fett actor, has died at the age of 75.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, but oh well.
Yeah.
He was a badass for a while.
Yeah. What more could you want?
Yeah.
We had a trailer for Coming to America
Yeah.
on Amazon Prime, March 5th.
Yep. So you don't even need to go to the cinema to catch it. It looked good. They've got most of the cast back.
I've never seen the first one, so I'm not watching this.
Fair enough then. What about you, Lucas? You keen for this?
Yeah, I saw the first one a long time ago. I'm just really interested to see if Eddie Murphy still got it.
Yes.
That's
yes. Yeah,
kind of
that's
my
a
big
fair question.
He's had a lot of hit and misses over the last few years, so
Now we have the last bit of news before we get into the big Disney stuff. And I'm pretty sure Lucas is the only one that cares about this. But that's Cobra Kai is launching Season 3 a week early.
he's gonna love it too because Toby's the one that told me ages
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. I've got to finish season 2. I got 3/4 of the way through season 2, and then got swamped with a billion other things. I think I think Umbrella Academy season 2 came out, and that kind of knocked us out of the park. But yeah, I'll get back in. I'll definitely get back in.
Literally, do it today if you
Okay.
can. Finish it today because you're gonna message me at the end of it just screaming holy shit. And
Yeah.
they confirmed I think they confirmed a while back too that it's already been renewed for season 4. So like, there's a big plan for this show moving forward, which is awesome.
So, just quickly too, we don't touch on a lot of controversial stuff, but now and again, it appears that Shia LaBeouf has been accused of sexual battery, and of course, we don't know if that's correct, like true or not. There's no case yet, but I believe whether that's because of or other problems. I read recently too, he just got fired from the last movie he was working on. So he's going through what a number of other actors and actresses have been going through the last couple of years. So, if it's true, well, fuck you. And if it's not, best of luck, I guess.
Yeah, there's also another update to this story. It's kind of adjacent, but it has to do with Shire. He actually admitted himself into a long-term rehabilitation facility yesterday or the day before
Right.
for psychological issues and also for drug addiction.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
look, on the
other
upside,
things come out,
regardless of whether it's true or not, I mean, at least the dude's got himself checked in, and it sounds like it's long-term. So hopefully he gets the help he needs.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So before we dive into the topic of conversation, it has been 3 weeks. I know that you gentlemen will have watched a couple of things online, although it's been pretty busy. But one thing I'm sure Ethan's just bursting to tell us all about is
You fucking know it.
is Skyline 3 or Skylines.
Yep.
Go on then, you piece of shit.
I watched it. Came out. I watched it. I told Lucas it's the best one of the 3 of them. I would
Which
Which
recommend.
is
that
not
wasn't
saying
saying-
much.
I did say to him that's not saying much. We also spent Christmas together this year, and he was like, he's like, "Oh, you excited?" I walked in the door. It wasn't a "Hey, how you going?" or "Merry Christmas" or anything like that. This was Christmas Day. He goes, "Oh, are you ready to watch Skyline 3 tonight?" And I'm like, "No, go away."
But I was good. Watch it. If you want a
Speak-
shitty sci-fi movie just to sit down and chill with, watch Skyline 3.
Speechless, apparently he is.
Yeah.
I'm speechless by that movie. I'm speechless there was a 3rd one. Alright?
So
That was
honestly, is it that bad? Like, is it just as shit as the rest, or did it actually get slightly better?
It got better.
It got a bit better. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because I mean,
Not that much better, but it got better.
yeah, I think I watched the half of the first one once, long time ago, and I was just like, why am I what? This was like that Battle Los Angeles or whatever it was.
They both came out around the same time, yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought, why am I doing this to my life? I need to get help. It was a switch off, yeah.
And the only help you need is more Skyline.
No, massive amounts of opiums. That's the only way to get through Skyline. Have you watched anything else besides Skyline 3, though, over the last 3 weeks?
I've just been catching up on a bunch of, Avatar The Last Airbender and watching that, because I've never actually watched the whole series before.
Yep.
So I've been watching that at the moment. Otherwise, that's about it, really.
Yeah. It's been a little bit quiet. Of course,
Yeah.
Lucas, you would have finished watching Mandalorian as well, and I've heard, I've
Oh,
not
yeah,
watched
same.
it, but everybody said it ended, it was amazing.
Oh my god, I can't even. I can't even.
You just
I,
can't.
I wept out of 2 places.
Yeah, same. I wept out of 3.
Oh, there you go.
Just yeah, I have seen a little bit of criticism on the way it ended, and to those people I say, I thought it was amazing. It made sense. Everything that happened in the last episode made sense. Yeah, just I already can't wait for more, but they've already said that it's not coming out until Christmas next year, which there's a reason why. And I can't say that without getting into spoilers, and it's still
it got changed for 2022.
Oh, wow. Did it?
Even
Yeah, the Mandalorian got changed for 2022.
I didn't hear that. So are they doing the other thing first?
Yeah, the other thing's coming first.
Because I thought they were going to do that back to back, but that's fine if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still going to get what I want, which is that, and I'm not going to say because like everyone knows what I'm talking about if they've seen it. Yeah, everyone knows what I'm talking about if they've seen it. But like,
well, I haven't seen it, but I know Luke Skywalker crops up.
Well, you can't say that.
On. That's literally what we're not talking about.
Well, too fucking bad. Because, I mean, I don't watch the show and I just browse the internet and already I've seen the deep fake version, which is better than the TV, the one they did. And besides, that's no spoiler, because if you haven't watched season 2 yet, that's more reason to go and freaking watch it. Because that's how crazy it gets.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's just, ugh, I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait.
Well, you know, you're going to have to wait, but you know what? While you wait, you're going to get all of these Marvel Disney Plus shows to keep you busy, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything else, Lucas, over the last few weeks?
Not really. Like, the new season of Letterkenny dropped yesterday, so we're slowly getting through that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying not to burn ourselves out on it too quick. Apart from that, we're going to see Wonder Woman tonight at the movies. And apart from that, I've been watching a lot of I watch a lot of YouTube, so I've been watching a lot of William Osmond, who's he's an engineer who is just hilarious.
Yeah.
So apart from that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I've watched a lot. My wife's still working through all 20 seasons of the original Law and Order, so she's about up to season 7 now. So occasionally I watch some of that.
That's a slog.
She just puts it on the background while she's crocheting or doing something else, and she gets there.
Yeah. I would do that too.
Yeah, and then my daughter, because she'd been away for 5 months, and she in the army, and she came back, and she's like, "What did I miss?" And I said, "Well, in terms of movies and TVs stuff, not a lot actually, because COVID. Like, you know, I said, here's some trailers you missed that are really cool." But she watched Umbrella Academy season 2, and I didn't bother watching that with her. But then she also watched the Truth Seekers on Amazon with Nick Frost and I, and so I watched some of that with her again. So that was cool because I got a laugh. Yeah. I mean, they're only 20-minute episodes too. Like, they're really short episodes, like 20 minutes each. But then there's only 6. But it's good because it's got
no time.
Yeah, you're banging it. It's got she did it in like one night or 2 nights or something. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, Peg's in it as well, of course, and there's some sort of, for me, there's a lot of humor that I'm just sort of going, yeah. You know, and then there's just, you know, you get that one per episode, you just get that one joke or scene where you just, you know, really crack up, you know, and you have a good laugh. So yeah, it was worth it. It was worth watching. I enjoyed it, and it was kind of, because it was real small budget, it sort of almost felt like back in the days of Spaced, you know what I mean? Like that kind of production level, which is fine.
Yeah, I fucking love Spaced. That show is so funny.
It is, yeah, and it just sort of felt more like that real kind of simple stuff. Like it wasn't $1 billion special effects or anything, you know. It was good. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, definitely watch it. It won't take you long to get through it, and hopefully it leaves the story on a bit of a kind of like, ooh, all right. So hopefully we're getting another season later on. But apart from that, no, I watched a couple of video game documentaries because I'm always keen on documentaries. I watched one about the Nintendo Power Glove. That was interesting. And then I watched one about arcade machines, and specifically Williams and Midway, and sort of their journey and what they did with video games at the arcade parlors. And that was kind of cool too. So I dig that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, so that's really about it for what we've been watching. So now let's stop salivating and jump into this Disney. It was a shareholders meeting, was it, or a boardroom
Disney
meeting?
shareholders. Stuff.
Yeah, it was like,
Okay.
an investors meeting.
Yeah, so when this took
Normally-
place, it was sort of Ethan and Lucas on Facebook just posting this stuff as it cropped up, and it was just each and every one was another orgasm. It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally these things are kind of held behind closed doors and they'll drop the news and whatever, but because of COVID and they couldn't do the actual meeting in person like they normally would, they just decided to do a live stream and bring everyone in. It was basically announcements across the board for everything Disney. It was Disney Plus stuff with Nat Geo and Marvel and Star Wars, all the way out to like live action remakes and, you know, new stuff for the Disney Channel and ESPN and, you know, literally just everything that Disney owns that you can think about. They announced something for that, so it was huge.
All right,
It was
so
a big,
we'll
3-4 hour live stream too. Like there was
Yeah.
and a lot of individual kind of like 15-20 minute panels of like each part of the business talking about stuff that they were doing. So it was awesome the way it was set out. It was actually really cool.
Well, we'll let Ethan sort of guide us through it because he's our newsman. So
I got a
we'll
whole
just
bunch right
we'll just talk about each beat as it lands. So let's go.
So first thing they showed off was Raya and the Last Dragon, their new animated movie. It comes out March 5th in theaters and on Disney Plus Premier Access the same day.
Right. So this is this an animated or is this a CG?
Like that's CG one, new CG one from Disney. Yeah.
Kind of like a Frozen type look. But
Yeah.
I don't want to derail it all, but do you think Disney will return to classic animation? Because there's definitely a romantic appeal, I feel, to I have a connection to classic animation.
Yeah, I don't think they ever will. I think it's we're in the age now of the 3D model.
Yeah.
I think like the thing with like the hand drawn 2D stuff was that it took a long time for it to animate it, and that's kind of
Yeah, I know, but still.
where a lot of the issues came from, and that's why like at the time like they were working on 3 or 4 different movies at once because it would take sometimes 2.5 years just to animate one entire film. So. You know, they may return to it one day and find a way to make it work on computers and digitally, but I think right now, like the Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Raya and the Last Dragon type of stuff, like that's the future for now, I think.
The next thing they announced was coming to Disney Plus is Star and Star Plus. Now Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Canada are the first markets to get it.
This is really exciting stuff.
Yeah, and Star is fully integrated to Disney Plus and is the 6th brand title on the app. It includes things from FX, Hulu, other stuff from Disney, and 21st Century Fox libraries.
So with this, right, basically what this is they're launching Hulu internationally, but not calling it Hulu.
Yeah.
I remember a while ago, I think it was Bob Iger or it was someone that was kind of high up in Disney said they wanted to launch Hulu internationally, but the rights for everything, like international rights are such a mess where like some stuff that's on Hulu in America is signed to Netflix, like on long-term deals, and then other stuff might be signed to like Stan or whatever. So trying to launch everything that's on the American Hulu is hard to do it in other regions because of those rights being signed off. So what they're doing is rather than launching Hulu as Hulu in Australia and England and stuff, they've just decided they're going to launch this Star Plus thing. And then
Now, I'm assuming this replaces Disney Plus, so you're...
No. As I said, you have Disney Plus, it's an extra tile. So you have like Disney, Marvel, National Geographic, Pixar, and then you have Star.
Yeah, so Star will be its own. Like Star is
okay, so you just
free
for
inside of Disney Plus.
So your Disney Plus subscription remains the same, and there's just going to be a new tile when you log in.
No, it goes up by $4.
Okay.
No, I thought they said it was free. It was free.
It goes up by $4.
Oh,
Right.
I didn't hear that.
Is it
Yeah,
optional,
they
or is
said
it just going up $4 and you get it whether you want it or not?
It's going up $4. It's not optional.
Okay, and what are you paying for Disney Plus now?
$8 a month, so it goes up to 12.
Okay, 12. But then you're going to get all of this Hulu and everything else, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say you're getting all the Hulu stuff. You're getting all the FX.
FX, Freeform, ABC, Searchlight, 20th Century Studios, and yeah.
Yeah, and Fox too. So like a lot of the Fox stuff as
Yeah.
well. So again, Bob's Burgers and
For someone like myself who wasn't already sort of too convinced of Disney Plus, obviously the Marvel stuff's got me eyeing off the service, but the fact that they're including all this as well, certainly for me, someone like me who's not a Star Wars fan or Disney, I've got all the Disney movies on Blu-ray and DVD. This is a much more appealing package. which is obviously what they're trying to get me. Like, they're trying to get people like me who aren't sold on Mandalorian. This is what they're trying to... you know what I mean? Like, this is what you need to do to get more subscribers. So, good move.
Yeah, this is absolutely a huge get. Like, launching this stuff internationally, like you said. A lot of the stuff that's on Disney right now, I don't think there's anything above an M rating.
Yeah.
Where this is going to have, like, you know, like, again, stuff like Mayans and Sons of Anarchy stuff, like, that's really hardcore shit. Like, that's going to be on Disney Plus, and it's going to be under its own Star thing, so...
Yeah, well, they said, like, when they showed it off, Logan, Deadpool 2, they're all coming to it. Or the Alien movies, they're coming to it.
Yeah, Terminator, I think, was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what it needs. I think that's what it needs, because, I mean...
So, going into more original content that's coming, Why the Last Man is coming to FX, and it might show up on Disney Plus, based on the comic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they heavily implied that it was going to go to Disney Plus, whether it's a weekly thing or whether it's once the series has ended, they're going to put it straight on. They didn't really say, but
it's going to Hulu, so we'll see.
Why the Last Man is something like they announced that forever ago, and I was like, yes, give it to me now. Give it to me now, and like now it's like the production's ended and the episodes are coming next year, and I'm like, I'm so fucking close to getting this show. Like, it's such a good comic.
I remember us actually talking about that on this podcast, like years ago.
It was like a year.
Yeah, and the rest. Ago, and I remember you saying then how keen you were for it, and it's like we're still waiting.
Yeah, it's honestly, I think it's besides. Oh my god, what's it called? Cub and Wolf? No, Cub and Wolf. My brain is fried right now just from work, not being at work anymore. And, like, my brain's turned off. But Lone Cub and Wolf. They were announced, like, there was a TV show announced to that, and Why the Last Man. They're two of the best comics I think ever created. Yeah. So the fact that both of these are getting TV shows, like, I just hope they do them well. Like, that's my only worry. But yeah, very excited.
An Alien TV show is announced for FX on Hulu. Helmed by Fire Legion's Noah Hawley. Expect a scary thrill ride set not too far in the future here on Earth. And Ridley Scott is producing it.
Yeah, kind of keen.
The whole Earth thing is like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, they've wanted to go back to Earth in terms of the Alien storylines for a long time. I mean, Alien 4 was meant to sort of do that, and I don't know. I mean, I like Alien stuff. Some of it's shit, some of it's good. I'll wait and see. But more, the fact that Disney is still prepared to do something with the IP is a positive sign. And obviously, if a TV show does well, then they might be prepared to revisit the universe in theatrically. So, you know, I'm not going to discount it.
Next, we have a Shogun TV series based on James Clavell's book, Shogun, set during the 1600s.
Cool.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Got renewed for 4 more seasons.
Jesus.
Great comedy there. Next, we move on to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
A new series to announce called Rangers of the New Republic, set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, as well as an Ahsoka Tano spin-off series set within the timeline of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, they're going hard with this stuff.
Another one we had Andor, which has already started filming. That's coming in 2022.
Yeah, that had like a little sneak peek.
Yeah, behind the scenes sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We have the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show.
So is that 4 now? Is that 4 Star Wars TV shows that you've mentioned now?
Yep.
Jesus.
So the Obi-Wan Kenobi one.
This is just the start of it.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi one starts filming next year. Starring Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen as returning as Darth Vader.
Yes, not as Anakin, as Darth Vader.
Set 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. An all-new animated series called The Bad Batch, coming as well.
Not really. Like, it's new, but it's not. It's a spin-off of Clone Wars.
But it's a new series.
Yeah.
Star Wars Visions, an original series of animated short films, celebrates the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators, coming next year.
Yeah, this anime Star Wars thing sounds really cool too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like, all of this stuff, I'm just drained with excitement. I'm just like, I want all of it, please, now, thank you.
The galaxy's favorite scoundrel, Lando Calrissian, will return in Lando, a brand new event series for Disney+. No word yet on whether Donald Glover will be back or not. We don't know.
That's 7.
Leslie Headland brings a new Star Wars series to Disney Plus with the Acolyte. Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era.
8.
Lucasfilm Animation is teaming with Lucasfilm Visual Effects team Industrial Light and Magic to develop a special Star Wars adventure for Disney Plus. A droid story follows R2D2 and C-3PO.
9.
And we also have Willow, an original series from Lucasfilm starring Warwick Davis, with a pilot directed by John M. Chu, is coming in 2022.
Yeah, that we've talked about in the past. I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, that'd be good.
Lucasfilm was in pre-production on the next installment of Indiana Jones. At the helm was James Mangold and Harrison Ford.
Yeah, so that's
in
starting
July
in
2022.
July. Yeah.
They also did confirm that will be the final film too.
Yeah, I think they're going to kill him. I suspect he's going to die, and that's probably fine.
Tommy Adeyemi's New York Times best-selling novel Children of Blood and Bone has been developed by Lucasfilm in partnership with 20th Century Studios. This coming-of-age adventure follows a young African girl's quest to restore magic to her forsaken people, the Najim.
It is cool too, because like this came out of nowhere. This was like a New York Times bestseller. This is the first original IP, and like I use that term very loosely, but the first original IP that Lucasfilms has done in decades.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've kind of got this is really cool. So
brand new Star Wars feature with acclaimed filmmaker Taika Waititi is in development, and also Patty Jenkins is directing a new one for Rogue Squadron.
That's a lot of Star Wars. Like Disney's just
A lot.
like throwing cash at it, aren't they?
Oh, fucking yeah.
Does that Rogue Squadron film have anything to do with the video game? Have they actually said that?
No. That's separate, I think.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, they said as well as like going to be a full-on like dogfighting film too, like a Top Gun type.
Yeah.
That's
So
how space works.
That could be really cool.
The Mighty Ducks Game Changers continues the legacy of hockey's finest fouls. Their series picks up where the songs left off, and Emilio Estevez returns.
I'm not a Mighty Ducks fan, but I imagine there are a lot of people who are,
yeah.
and I suppose they're going to be very nervous right now. They're either going to be yes more, or they're going to be like, don't touch my film. Don't
Hi,
touch
hello, that's me. Very excited.
Yeah, you're excited. Okay.
A new Turner and Hooch series is coming to Disney Plus, starring Josh Peck.
That sounds like a bad idea. That does. I mean, the movie with Hanks was fine, but I don't feel like it warrants a TV show. I think that's going to be a one season and done kind of show by the sounds of it to me.
The Kardashian Jenners will create a new global content under a multi-year deal to stream exclusively on Hulu in the US and in multiple territories on Star internationally.
Who is, sorry?
The Kardashians and Jenners.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
Prepare for movie magic. Apparently it's time for Disney Studio films. Exclusively to Disney Plus is Hocus Pocus 2, the spooky sequel to the 1993 Halloween classic.
Yep. Is that the same cast coming back, though?
I think they did announce they are.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that was announced a while ago, but they
Bette
confirmed
Midler and all that jazz. Yeah.
film.
Okay. And
Get ready for a modern.
Wasn't she one of the other ones? Is it Bette Midler and Cher?
I think so.
You've never watched it, so you don't know. Right.
No.
Yeah.
Get ready for a modern take on the hilarious 80s comedy Three Men and a Baby, starring Zac Efron, coming in 2022 on Disney Plus.
They were shit in the 80s. They were shit in the 80s, so what are you doing, Disney?
This is one I don't like, but Cheaper by the Dozen is being reimagined.
Right, but not with Steve Martin.
Yeah, I like that.
No, yeah, it was someone who got announced as part of that. I can't remember.
Gabrielle Union.
That's right. Yeah, Gabrielle Union.
Right. Yeah. Again, righto. There's some weird ones here. Like, there's some stuff I'm like, this makes sense, and there's some stuff I'm thinking, what are you doing? Like, are you just throwing money at everything and seeing what sticks?
Yeah. A new animated Night at the Museum is coming to Disney Plus next year.
Right. Is it going to have old mate voicing his character?
I don't know. It says Sean Levy's director of the trilogy is producing the series, so we'll see.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, we're waiting
The
for
Rock
that.
and Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
that is coming in theaters July 2021.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that. That looks like Jumanji style fun.
Prequel to the live-action Lion King is in development.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Why?
Yep, they could confirm.
Mm.
The full cast of Disney's new live-action Little Mermaid was revealed as well. It's a lot. I feel like going into it.
Yeah, I just. Who's the lead? Who's the princess? Who's the?
Halle Bailey.
Yeah, she was confirmed a while ago.
What has she done? Where do I know her from?
Big. Probably the biggest news for me personally was Daveed Diggs is going to be doing the voice of Sebastian the crab. So, hype.
Right.
Chip and Dale.
No, it's live action, Lucas. They've got a real crab.
Yeah, he's a real crab. Like they trained a real crab and they put Daveed Diggs' head into it, like brain into it. and they
He's a
trained
cybernetic
Daveed
crab.
Diggs to be able to control the crab so he could actually act. Like, that's how fucking method Daveed Diggs is.
Right?
We have Chip and Dale back in a hybrid live-action animated feature directed by Akiva Schaffer, who you know is one of the 3 members of The Lonely Island, starring John Mulaney and Andy Samberg.
This honestly could be dope. If Andy Samberg and John Mulaney are doing the voice of Chip and Dale.
Might be delayed because John Mulaney's just gone into rehab, so we'll see.
High quality entertainment for Disney children.
Yeah.
Like that those two though are so funny. So they could like absolutely rock it. Like, even regardless if they were doing the voices or the live action component, like, it's gonna be funny with those two in it. Plus Akiva doing the directing.
We have a new live action Pinocchio coming to Disney Plus, directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, we've talked about before. Tom Hanks is going to be the guy who makes Pinocchio.
He's Geppetto. Geppetto, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep, that makes sense. He even looks like it if you go back and watch the original cartoon. You're like, I can see how Tom Hanks could play that. Yeah. This could be good. This could be good. It seems to be that like everything's getting live action, and it's very love or hate for some people.
New Peter Pan. It's called Peter Pan and Wendy. Be flying to Disney Plus. Jude Law is playing Captain Hook.
Okay, that's interesting. I would have seen him more as a Pan style character than a Hook, but anyway.
Disenchanted, a sequel to the hit film Enchanted, also exclusive to Disney Plus. Amy Adams is returning.
Right.
Sister Act 3 with Whoopi Goldberg returning and Tyler Perry producing.
Jesus, Whoopi's getting a bit old, isn't she, to be doing singing and dancing?
Yeah, right.
But good luck to her. The first two did alright, like box office wise from memory, so...
Yeah. Couple of Disney Animation's first ever original animated series. Also, they are returning to a bit of like hand-drawn stuff, because you have a new one based on The Princess and the Frog with Tiana.
Oh yeah, good.
She's getting a TV show. So with Baymax, Zootopia, and Moana are all getting TV shows.
Okay.
And the first of its kind collaboration, Disney Animation and Pan-African entertainment company Kigali was announced to create an all-new science fiction series coming to Disney Plus in 2022, Uaju.
Okay. We don't know what it's about though.
Not quite.
Just science fiction. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's basically like a kind of I hate to draw the comparison, but like a Black Panther type thing with like Afrofuturism. If you're really familiar with any of that type of stuff, so
okay.
Like the concept, like the initial concept of like the team up kind of sounds cool. Obviously it's not for people like, for us, but yeah, this could be a really cool thing as well. Like, could encourage people that are like, whether they're in Africa or kind of in low, I'm trying to think of the right words, like places that wouldn't normally this type of content would come out of, because a lot of it comes out of like Western society.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be very encouraging for other cultures
that get low representation in media.
Yeah, for sure. Like it did sound really cool, and like the early concept stuff that they showed off looked awesome. So yeah, like there are stories that are just more,
relevant to their lifestyle. Yeah,
a good, like 95% of stories and that kind of come from Western cultures. We don't hear a lot from South America or Africa or the Middle East, that type of thing. It's kind of like encouraging people from those regions to get out and tell your story, and that's kind of what this is. It sounds like it's a building block into something like that.
Okay,
you know
that's
what I mean?
A good idea.
And it's awesome. Like, it's tapping into markets that they haven't really tapped into before as well, and exploring those stories that could get out there, and just the whole concept of it just sounds really awesome. So.
A new Walt Disney Animation Studio film called Encanto takes you to Colombia, where a magical family lives in a magical home. The music in that is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Also, Pixar's Soul is now available on Disney Plus. It came out yesterday. Not Disney Plus premiere, it's just available anyway. Kind of like what they did with Onward. Director of Academy Award-winning Short Bow brings us Turning Red. Meet May. She experiences the awkwardness of being a teenager with an added twist where she gets too excited she transforms into a giant red panda. So you Pixar,
This looks sick. It's actually they did a little small teaser for it, and initially they were like, the little girl, and they're like, oh, and one big twist, she turns into a red panda, and as soon as she popped into the panda, I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. It looks awesome.
They also do have a couple of animated series coming. The first of those is Doug Days, and this Up spin-off, Doug discovers the dangers of suburbia, like puppies, fireworks, and squirrels. So that's one from Up. We also get a Lightning McQueen and Maida TV show. and Pixar's first original long-form animated series, Win or Lose. The show follows a middle school softball team in the week leading up to their championship game, and each episode is told from the perspective of a different character. Pixar's first on the next feature film is Luca. It's a celebration of friendship between a boy named Luca and his best friend Alberto during the unforgettable summer. It comes out June next year. Also blasting into cinemas on June 17th, 2022 is Lightyear. It's the definitive story of the original Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans.
Huh, okay.
So it's essentially what the Buzz Lightyear toy was based on. This is about him.
Yeah. So he's replacing
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yeah, as Buzz Lightyear.
Well, Tim Allen was the voice of the toy. This is the actual person.
The actual Buzz Lightyear. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so the Buzz Lightyear toy in the Toy Story films is a version of this character, but they've obviously changed, like, with the what's it called? Oh my god. When the toy was made, like, basically the explanation is when the toy was made, they used a different voice. Like how in a lot of other toys, when you buy a toy, it's not necessarily the voice of the person in the series, or like whatever it comes from. It's normally a slightly different voice. That's kind of what they're doing for the whole Lightyear thing, and that's how they're explaining it.
Yeah.
Now, we move on to Marvel.
Dun dun dun.
First, we had a trailer for WandaVision, a new one. It starts streaming on January 15th with 8 episodes, as it was revealed yesterday.
Yep, King.
Not 6.
Yeah, Marvel Latino leaked that it's going to be airing over 8 weeks. So, yeah, very excited. I can't wait. And then I think it's a 2-week break for the next series, which is
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Baby, love it.
March 19th, which we also had a little trailer for. We also had confirmation that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness debuts March 25th, 2022, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Zoe Gomez as America Chavez.
Yep.
Now, for those that don't know, America Chavez has the ability to open up portals to like multiverses and all this sort of things, so makes sense she's in this.
America Chavez, like the America Chavez announcement was like leaked like a week or two before, and everyone was like, "No way!" Like, there's no.
Well,
way.
America Chavez has been like rumored for like 6 months.
Yeah, but then I think there was like because there was a leak a week or two ago where they were like, "No, she's definitely going to be in it." And I was reading a post on Reddit where everyone's like, "Nah, this is way too fantastical. Like, there's no way they're going to bring her in." They'd kind of given up on the idea of it happening, and then they officially announced it. So,
officially confirmed to be directed by Sam Raimi. The film times to WandaVision and the next Spider-Man film. Black Widow has been pushed to May 7th next year.
Yes, unfortunately.
We had a small little teaser for the Loki TV show coming in May 2021.
That's a pretty good teaser, actually. There's quite a bit in there.
I wasn't actually. I was really surprised that they were going to drop a Loki trailer or like a teaser or whatever you want to call it, because like I know they finished filming, but the expectation was that nothing really for that was going to be out for a little while. But it's going to be the third. It's going to be the third series off the slate now. But
there's a lot in there and a lot to take in.
It's possible. It's possible. Like part of this. I mean, obviously you had this whole meeting, but a large part of it could be the fact that they have announced all this rather than kept it behind closed doors, and the fact that they are dropping trailers is they're just really trying to drive up that membership to their streaming service.
100%.
And so if you look at their release schedule and you go, "Oh, should I get this?" and you're like, "Well, I'm going to get WandaVision," but then there's no point in canceling because 2 weeks later I get, Winter Soldier and Falcon, and then you're like, should I? And then, there's no point in canceling because now I've seen the trailer for Loki. I've got to stick around for that too. So they've kind of just locked you in for a year at least.
Well, but by the time Falcon and Winter Soldier finishes, it'll probably only be like 2-3 weeks before Loki starts.
And for people like yourselves, in between all of the Marvel stuff, you'll be still watching all the Star Wars stuff. So,
yeah. Well, this was originally what the plan was supposed to be. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think originally was supposed to be out in August this year, and then WandaVision was going to be out in December.
No, it was October.
Was it October? I can't really. Oh, yeah, because of all the Halloween stuff. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the plan is that like they were going to have the first like 6 to 8 months of just kind of letting everyone get used to what was currently on the platform, and then the originals would start rolling out. So by that point, I think Mandalorian had already finished filming. It was well into post production. they were still filming Falcon and Winter Soldier when COVID hit. They were still filming WandaVision. Well, they were wrapping up WandaVision when COVID hit. That's why that's been moved. Loki was 90% finished filming or something as well. And yeah, so it's just really interesting that, and like, you know, Hawkeye is now filming, and Miss Marvel and like all this stuff. Like, it's just, yeah, this was all stuff that was meant to be happening, you know, now like 4 or 5 months ago, that realistically isn't going to start happening until now, a couple of weeks away. So yeah. The push hasn't been that much. Like, I actually thought the push would probably be a lot longer. I didn't think they'd start rolling the stuff out until maybe March, but yeah, gonna be interesting.
We had a trailer for What If.
Yeah, this looked really good.
Coming summer 2021, so summer for America, winter for us.
Yeah, this
so probably June, July.
You get to see, we finally get a version of Captain Britain, who looks like it's played by Peggy Carter.
Yeah, and voiced by Haley Atwell.
Yeah, and then what's also exciting is it looks like we're going to get Marvel Zombies.
Yes.
Or at least one zombie.
Or at least a part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
They also did confirm as well this will be the last time that Chadwick Boseman will be playing Black Panther. He recorded all his lines for his episode before he passed.
Well, no, he recorded multiple episodes.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, this will be the last time we see him.
Yeah.
The What If will be him. Like, and he recorded everything before he passed, so...
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to this. On Shang-Chi, and that comes out July 9th, 2021.
Yep.
We had a little bit of behind-the-scenes thing for Ms. Marvel, which comes out 2021 as well.
Which is the TV series.
Yep. Was announced that Brie Larson returns as Carol Danvers in Captain Marvel 2, directed by Nia DaCosta. Joining the cast is Ms. Marvel, Iman Vellani, and Monica Rambeau, played by WandaVision's Tiana Paris.
Yep.
It's a little bit on Eternals, which is November next year, I think it is. Also, filming right now is the Hawkeye series, obviously starring Jimmy Renner, but also Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld.
Yep.
Also joining it is Vera Farmiga, who you know from a lot, because she does a lot. Tatiana Maslany has officially been announced to play Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk. Tim Roth will return as the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk movie, and Mark Ruffalo will be in the series as well.
Yeah, Abomination's coming back, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They did also say, as a side thing, that also anyone could show up in that series.
Yeah, anyone could show up, basically. Yeah.
Which, you know, the law series that Marvel are doing, the half-hour comedy law series that are doing, I wonder what other lawyers could show up. Huh? Interesting.
Foggy Nelson, huh?
Do you think we'll get Liv Tyler make an appearance?
It's possible. I mean, if
it'd be nice to round out her
story
story at least. Like, even if it's a case of, you know, we catch up and find that she's married and settled down, it'd just be nice to get some closure.
And then we're rumors that the leader may be appearing as well, because he was teased in that movie too.
Because he was. Yeah, he was the one that straps
the big
him.
head.
Yeah, straps him down to the table and tries to help him.
Yeah, he got the blood in the wound and his head started imploding.
Yeah.
Similar. So a while back we talked about the Nick Fury series for Disney Plus, and that has been revealed as the Secret Invasion. With Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn from Captain Marvel returns as the Skrull Talos. Secret Invasion is such a huge fucking storyline.
Is this going to be a live action TV series, or is this animated?
Yeah,
or?
Live action. They did say this will also impact several TV shows and movies going forward.
Yeah, no shit.
I wonder how they're going to do it, because, like, again, Ethan kind of like said it, but it can't be understated how big of a storyline Secret Invasion is. It's so big that the Russos said if they ever made a Secret Invasion film or X-Men, they're the only two projects they'd come back to do Marvel stuff for.
Right.
So the fact that they're like doing Secret Invasion, not only that, but doing it as a TV show, like, it's going to be really interesting how they pull that off.
Yeah. Oh well.
They said that it involves a secret sect of Skrulls who invaded every aspect of Earth, of life on Earth.
Yeah.
Also coming to Disney Plus is Dominique Thorne has been cast as Virginia's inventor Riri Williams in Ironheart, an original series with the creator of the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. Yeah, this one has also been rumored for a very long time.
Yeah, is this going to be Don Cheadle's baby?
So Don Cheadle is returning as James Rhodes
Yeah.
and Armor Wars, an original series coming to Disney Plus, a classic Marvel story about Tony Stark's worst fear coming true, what happens when his tech falls into the wrong hands.
Yeah,
so there's that, the Armor Wars.
was
Apparently, Riri
comic
Williams'
series.
Ironheart will also show up in Armor Wars.
That would make sense, yeah, because for those, Armor Wars was basically where Stark goes, there's too much of my suits out in the world, I'm going to go and lock all my tech down. And he sort of has to do some of it outside of the law, and he gets a bit of a negative rap with the Avengers and others, but ultimately he succeeds in taking back all of the suit tech that's out in the world because he feels it's no good out there. So I guess that's what's going to be what we're going to see in this. It's just that instead of being Stark, it's going to be Rhodey sort of tidying up the mess that's left behind.
Well, so Ironheart will appear in Armor Wars, as well as the rumor going at the moment is so will Justin Hammer with Sam Rockwell returning.
Oh, fuck, I hope so. He did that character so well.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing. So there was the guy ages back on Twitter, Roger Wardell, had said that Marvel still wants to do things with Sam Rockwell and Justin Hammer. Yeah. And Sam Rockwell has been saying for ages, I would still love to go back and do more stuff.
Well, it makes sense. Now that Stark's dead, right? It gives Hammer a chance to sort of get in
exactly.
there. Buy, as the company gets, sell stuff for breaking it up, or who knows what's going to happen. But if he gets his hands on this, Stark's not there to stop him now. So that means that, it might...
I'd always kind of wanted, Justin Hammer to be the one behind the Sinister Six and, make their suits for them and do all that sort of stuff as a way of getting back at Stark for what he did, so you take Stark's prodigy. Yeah. That's what I always thought would be a good way of bringing him back into the fold.
I don't think we will, but I would love to see War Machine more comic accurate too, with the massive shoulder cannon and all that sort of stuff.
And we could.
That'd be neat. Because, the minigun on the shoulder was kind of cool, but... in the comics, he's so decked out with ridiculously huge weapons. That's why he's War Machine. That'd be kind of neat.
Next, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. James Gunn is back to write and direct it, and they will film it while they film Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Hopefully
this is coming out during Christmas holiday period 2022.
Hopefully not as bad as the Star Wars Christmas
movie. He did say that it's a big inspiration for him.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Everyone's favorite.
I hope it has that level of cheese.
It will. I feel like it will.
MCU, it's the Guardians.
Yeah, they could probably pull it off.
Everyone's favorite little tree baby Groot will star in a series of shorts on Disney Plus, featuring several new and unusual characters.
Cash in, total cash in.
Yeah. And probably one of the ones that I'm so excited for because of what it means to the whole MCU as a whole. And that is Christian Bale is joining the cast of Thor: Love and Thunder as the villain Gore the God Butcher.
Right.
Now, what you may not know is Gore the God Butcher has a sword that's called All Black the Necro Sword, which is actually a symbiote, which was created by Null, who is the creator of all symbiotes and who's been around since before the universe absolutely existed. So I'm hoping that they go with that. But due to licensing things, they may not be able to make mention of the sword, or they could have the sword and just not talk about where it came from or who it belonged to.
Or they'll change what it's made of.
Yeah.
Right.
But if they do, then this is just more confirmation that Marvel and Sony have a big deal going on.
Yeah, they seem to be getting along at the moment. That's nice.
Yeah. Just a little bit more to say that Blade's coming. No much more news about that, really.
Yeah.
Peyton Reed is back to direct the third Ant-Man film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, and Michelle Pfeiffer all return. Catherine Newton has joined the cast as Cassie Lang, replacing Emma Thurman, who played her in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that's...
And also Jonathan Majors, who you would have seen in Lovecraft Country, is Kang the Conqueror.
I wasn't hugely happy with that recast, actually, on his daughter.
Yeah, Catherine Newton's quite good.
Yeah, and I'm not plussed on that blonde lass. I've seen her in a couple of things, and she, for whatever reason, she just doesn't push my button. She always seems to be one of those real sort of smart-ass teens that just wants to piss you off. And I don't know.
I mean, I first saw her in Supernatural. She's like a kind of semi-big character in Supernatural, and I've loved her everything I've seen her in. So.
Yeah, horses for courses.
Stature is she's also playing Stature, who is kind of a smartass anyway, so it makes sense.
I don't know. I just don't enjoy
that character.
But anyway, it's sort of because that's now the third actress in as many films as well.
Yeah. The third actress in his 3 films. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, can we just lock shit down, please? Thank you.
But Kang the Conqueror coming into this.
It's pretty big.
Kang is another absolutely huge big baddie.
Massive implications.
Massive implications. There's also rumor going around that Jonathan Majors will play Kang the Conqueror in the Loki TV show, but it won't be the same Kang that we see in Ant-Man. It'll be a different one due to the whole multiverse and how there's like 6 different versions of Kang running around at the same time. So, and we already had a tease of Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp as well. So, Black Panther 2 is opening July 8th, 2022, written and directed by Ryan Coogler. Honoring Chadwick Boseman's legacy and portrayal of T'Challa, they will not recast the character, they'll explore the world of Wakanda and the rich characters introduced in the first film. So I feel like what they'll do is they'll pass the Black Panther mantle onto Shuri and have T'Challa as just being, I'm king of Wakanda, and he'll just have like off-screen stuff like, oh, T'Challa said this, T'Challa said that. To me, that's the best way to do it. If you want to honor his legacy sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe he goes on some sort of spiritual journey and he's just,
Yeah, maybe.
Away with the
and they ended with, this is the last bit of news, and I'm pretty sure Lucas lost his mind, as well as I did. But John Watts, who has done the 3 Spider-Man films, will be directing the new feature film for Marvel's first family, The Fantastic Four.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Which is great because that was kind of teased in Spider-Man Far From Home. Which I fucking loved, so that was great.
Yeah, do you think he knew?
Oh, he knew back then. He knew what he was doing back then at the end of Spider-Man, 100%.
Yeah. It's going to be cool, because they've also said John Watts is leaving the spot. Like, they kind of said it, the way that they did the announcement is that John Watts was leaving the Spider-Man franchise to join the Fantastic Four franchise. And, like, they were like, yeah, the way they did it was kind of really sneaky, but it was also really cool. But yes, I'm very excited. Like, I think John Watts is fucking awesome. With the last 2 Spider-Man movies, he's made really good Spider-Man films, and I hope this next one's awesome because, if he does these right, I'm sure he's going to do Fantastic Four right.
Yeah.
So, which it needs the redemption. It needs the redemption arc.
But that's all news.
Yeah, and that's great. So I mean, whether you're a Star Wars fan, whether you're an animation fan, like your Lion Kings, whether you're keen on the live action stuff, whether you're a Marvel fan, like Disney's really, they're throwing a lot of money out there right now, and I'm sure they're going to hit a few targets with a lot of people. So there's enough here now for people like me who are really not too interested to now start looking at coming on board, and I probably will once that Feb 23rd rolls around and all that new content lands on there as well, because I'm not going to lie, like most Australians, when stuff lands on Hulu, I find other means of obtaining it, which I don't want to do. I'm quite happy to... If Hulu and HBO and all that came to Australia, I would just subscribe. I have no problem with that at all. Like, it's never been about the money. It's just always been about accessibility, and unfortunately in Australia we tend to miss out. So the fact that this is happening is a good thing. And, I think most Disney subscribers are... not too worried about paying an extra $4 considering what you're getting and what's coming next year. So, I'm sure you guys are super chuffed, and you don't feel that the $4 price increase is a too much, or?
No, not considering the amount of like Fox stuff and shit like that we're going to be getting.
I was going to say, for the quality and the amount of content that is going to be getting flung our way in February, no. Yeah. I'd probably pay more.
And again, like, you've got an Aliens TV show coming, as via a Fox thing. So yeah, there's a lot of content coming. Because of course, when it first launched, I sort of looked at my wall of DVDs, then I looked at what was on Disney Plus, and I went, I don't need this. But now, yeah, really, a year later, it's definitely a much more lucrative package. Have we got anything? We've got Wonder Woman hitting the cinemas, came out Boxing Day. Is there anything else coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks on the streaming services?
Well, in cinemas, you also have the Monster Hunter movie coming on the 1st of January.
Oh, yeah, you'll go see that, yeah.
I'm probably going to go watch that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna talk about the other thing that you were talking about at Christmas with Steve?
Oh,
It's so fucking bad.
The live-action Naruto play.
Yeah. The musical,
the Naruto
musical that's coming to cinemas. What the fuck?
Cobra Kai's out this Friday,
Oh, yep. Okay.
season 3.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Right, that's good. Yep.
The last part of Sabrina is coming on Thursday. Disenchantment Part 3 is coming January 15th.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, my wife's waiting for that. She actually really loved that show.
I didn't really get into it. to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't either, but for whatever reason, the humour just tickled her funny bone, and I'd be down the other end of the house, and I could just hear her cacking herself.
I watched the
silly.
first season. I still like Futurama more out of like the 3 that Matt Groening's done.
Yeah.
But Disenchantment wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no, whatever it
That's
was.
all really for Netflix.
It just, yeah, tickled my wife's funny bone, and she just cacked herself stupid at it, so I'm sure she'll watch it. Get our money's worth on Netflix anyway. So.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I guess it'll be probably another 3 weeks. We'll see how we go. Obviously, really happy to see the arse end of 2020. It's been an absolute shit of a year. Not just for movies and TV, but of course, just life in general. So hopefully we get the vaccines out, and hopefully 2021 sort of clears up and becomes a better year for everybody at home, but of course also at the cinemas and TV land, and we can start getting back to plenty of entertainment, because having to endure lockdowns isn't so bad if you've got lots of cool new TV shows and movies to watch. So, but anyway, so we'll be back. We'll probably have our Wonder Woman 84 review next episode, so
Yep.
you can stay tuned for that. And whatever else we watch between now and then. And no doubt there'll be a bucket load of news and other exciting things. I imagine the other streaming services will probably start making their announcements for what they're doing in 2021. So hopefully we get some more news there. But until then, look after yourselves. Stay healthy. Stay indoors. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Thank you to our Patreon supporters who keep supporting us every month. I have no idea why, but I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll catch you in the next episode. Bum, 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 bum.